Excuse me again. Now, I thought ATF was supposed to be red. That is some old stuff in there. Yeah, also, in the last video I forgot to mention one thing, is you're never going to get, as you see, all of it out of there. So as you get towards that last couple screws, hold it relatively level with your hand and then lower it down into your drain pan and drain the rest out that way. If you don't do that, you're going to wear most of it, and it sucks. Done that in the past. Didn't do that today, thankfully. So, on this particular model, the tranny pan, or the tranny filter, this guy here, doesn't have a screw holding it in. A lot of other ones do. It'll have one little screw in there. Like I'm sure that when I go to do this guy, it'll have a screw of some kind holding that filter in place. This one was just kind of pressed in really good. Still in there, so. I don't entirely know why the screw has to be there, because a lot of times that pan is so close that it's almost touching anyways. But just to note, sometimes there's a screw. This time there wasn't. I just kind of slowly shook it down, like removing a cork, I guess you could say, out of a bottle, where you just kind of slowly work it around. You don't want to rip it too hard because you might break it off in there, and then that's just a pain to clean. So, it's still dripping up in there. I think it might still be dripping. Let me check. Oh, looks like we're just about done dripping. Pull this out real quick. Yeah, it's done dripping. Okay. There's the filter. Pour that fluid into there. Man, that is nasty. Look at that. This had not been changed in a long time. This car should do a lot better now with shifting and other such now that this is done. Give that set about like yay, so it'll drain in there. Slide this way so it's not on my pad here. Now for this guy. Don't drip. Alright, just gonna kind of leave this stuff to drain for a minute. Go get some cleaning supplies. Transmissions are a little more finicky than, say, the engines. They like to be extra clean, so you want to make sure you clean everything really well before you go putting stuff back together. And the nice thing about transmission fluid is that it's already kind of almost a solvent anyways. So it cleans off, everything should clean off really, really easily. I hope. I'm going to drag this down so I just have, oh, that's heavy, never mind. I'll have a trash, but, ooh, a bucket. We use a bucket to hold our bags. Yeah, I know. Kind of sloppy around here. Oh well. Go grab something else that I'm probably going to need. So now when you go to buy your, dude, that's empty, your transmission filter and fluid, they'll be able to look up how many quarts. They're going to ask you a question as to whether or not it's a dry tranny or a wet tranny. What they're saying, basically, is it fresh rebuild? Hasn't been any fluid in it since it's been rebuilt, which would also include your torque converter. Depending on the size of torque converter you have, they hold a couple quarts to quite a few quarts. When you're just doing a filter change, you're not draining the torque converter entirely, so it's going to hold a lot of those quarts. So if you're just doing a filter change, you just got to get the smaller number of fluid that they tell you. Always a good idea though, grab one extra, maybe two extra. They're good to have around in case something leaks a little bit and you don't notice it right away. It gives you the chance to top it off. You don't have to worry about gonna go get more fluid and not having enough, so on and so forth. So since I didn't go to this parts store to buy my fluid, I had it ordered and delivered. I'm pretty sure I have extra quarts, so I'm going to drain it into this guy, because hey, it tells me how many quarts I've got. So, and then I can just backfill into with what I need. So, alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning. I'm definitely going to need 2 hands for that. And I'll show you again when all of the parts are clean. Sit you in there like that. Also, I want to clean that funnel out so I can use it to put new fluid in. Oh, one other thing that's of the most priority to clean, and you don't want to forget this. This guy here. See how gooey that is? How thick that was? No, because I'm not pointing at it. So this is a magnet. Its whole job is to catch all those little particles that I was talking about in the last video. Of course, as you can tell by the fact that it's black, this thing stopped working a little while ago. But hey, you want to make sure you clean that, otherwise it's not going to be able to catch any more particulates. If you have a drain pan, or if you have a drain plug in your draining pan, some people do, most people don't, it's going to be magnetized and it's going to be gooey on the end of it, so you want to make sure you clean it up. I know, I got to work on my camera angles. So, just want to make sure I put that out there. Alright, I'm off to clean it. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.